Chairman, Organizing Committee and the Head of Department of Anthropology, Dean, School of Human and Environmental Science, Director, College Development Council, Manipur University on the dais. Secondly, we cordially invite our esteemed Chief Guest, respected Dr. Sapam Ranjan Singh, Minister of Health and Family Welfare and Publicity Information, Government of Manipur on the stage. I would like to call upon the respected presence of the guest of honor, Professor N. Rajmohan Singh, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Manipur University, to kindly be seated on the dais. Up next, may I request the guest of honor of today's program, respected Professor K. Sarat Chandra, President, Anthropological Society of Manipur, to be on the platform. Further, I would like to request the renowned keynote speaker, respected Professor Bijoy S. Sahay, former Emeritus Professor, former Head, Department of Anthropology, Allahabad University, to kindly grace your presence on the dais. As is customary in this part of the world, we commence any auspicious occasion with divine blessings, and this light is the testimony to ushering in positive energy, symbolizing the light of unity, hope, and joy that we share in this ceremony. We now take the honor to welcome our guest of honor and other dignitaries of the dais to join us in the traditional lighting of the candles. Ladies and gentlemen, may we invite our dignitaries with honor now to please proceed to the traditional candle lighting.
There are slight changes. Before we come to the candle lighting, may we facilitate the dignitaries.
Ladies and gentlemen, may we invite our dignitaries with honor now to please proceed to the traditional candle lighting.
As we gather here today, let the flickering flames of these candles symbolize the light of unity, hope, and joy that we share in this ceremony.
Moving forward, may I call upon the volunteers to proceed on the act of felicitation of our renowned speakers.
First of all, we have Dr. Sapam Ranjan Singh, Minister of Health and Family Welfare and Publicity and Information, Government of Manipur, to accept our May I request Professor S. Jivan Kumar Singh to kindly hand over the Thank you.
First and foremost, let us have the pleasure of listening to the opening remarks of respected Professor M.C. Arun, Department of Anthropology, Manipur University. Sir, kindly come forward to formally welcome the gathering.
Good morning, respected chief guests of honor, Professor Vijay Shankar Sai, today's keynote speaker, respected president of today's inaugural function, and all the distinguished persons present here. I am honored to have an opportunity to welcome all of you to this post-World Anthropological Congress 2023 International Seminar, in which 13 deliberations from invited speakers and more than 120 papers will be presented on different aspects of the theme Anthropology in Practice, Health, Culture, and Security in these 3 days. We have Dr. Sapam Ranjan Singh, Honorable Minister of Health and Family Welfare, Government of Manipur, as chief guest. Dr. Ranjan is one of the progressive and innovative politicians in northern India. With his expertise in medical sciences and health administration, Dr. Ranjan has delivered and max delivered health services to the last post of the state. His guidance to health service sector in the state is commendable and brings a new face in health administration. He is not only a minister, but also a driving force in the health sector of Manipur. Sir, we are grateful to have you here and welcome you to this humble inaugural function. We also have Honorable Vice Chancellor of DM University, Professor N. Raj Mohan Singh, as guest of honor. He is well-known and a dedicated researcher, good teacher in chemistry. Besides his academic endeavor, he is also known for his service in science movement in the state. He constantly engaged himself in popularizing science issues, as well as in leading the people to scientific thinking, without which modern society will be meaningless. This sets an example of science in practice and scientists in the service of human and social welfare. Professor Rajmohan, while serving in Manipur University, led this university in different situations. Considering Professor Rajmohan is one of the members in our university community, I am overwhelmed with joy in welcoming him. Sir, your presence itself in this function speaks volume. Welcome you, sir. Professor K. Sharat Singh, former Dean, School of Science, and one of the founder members of Department of Anthropology in Manipur University, Currently, he is president of Anthropological Society of Manipur. He is one of guests of honor. Professor Sharad is a physical anthropologist, a true lover of Manipuri heritage, and a dynamic sympathizer of polo in Manipur. This fact itself is the testimony to that teaching anthropology and conducting research work are not the limiting boundaries of his anthropological practice. We consider him as an ambassador of anthropology to the service of state heritage and the conservation of a living tradition. Thank you, sir, for giving us your time to this inaugural function and to different sessions to come. With sincerity, I would like to welcome you, sir. As keynote speaker, we have Professor Bijoy Shankar Sahai. Professor Sahai is head of Department of Anthropology and a former emeritus professor in Allahabad University. Currently, he is editor-in-chief of Oriental Anthropology. The journal has its own reputation in the world of anthropology. His ideas and views make him a distinct person and a role model of many younger anthropologists. Personally speaking, he is my Guru Bhai. I was also born out of Ranchi stream of anthropology. He is my Baremia and I am Chotamia. Moreover, his latest work, Experiencing Anthropology in the Nicobar Archipelago, not only helps in theoretical understanding of vulnerable tribes, but also a guide to the practicing anthropology in uplifting the life of these tribes. Sir, welcome you to this inaugural function and to the seminar. I would also like to welcome Professor S. Jivan Kumar, Head of Department of Anthropology, Dean School of Human and Environmental Science, who is President of this inaugural function. Professor Jivan Kumar is one of the active anthropologists in India in organizing an intimate network of anthropologists. Besides his academic and administrative responsibility in Manipur University, his engagement in the activities of child welfare is remarkable, not simply because he works in that domain, but also of his practicing anthropology in caring them. Welcome you, sir. In this seminar, we have 13 invited speakers who will deliver lectures on different aspects of the theme. These learned speakers come from different institutions, universities have different specializations. Professor K.N. Saraswati, Professor Ashish Joshi, Professor Shubha Roy, Professor G.K. Kshetriya, Professor Amurcha Bimol Akoizam, Professor Gulrup Begum, Dr. Sandeep Sai, Professor Shubhi Vishwas, Dr. Nauren Kiranmala Devi, Dr. Maislam Rustam, and Professor Dipen Bezbodua. All of them contribute to their respective fields, no doubt. Their works are valuable not only in anthropology and its allied disciplines, but also help in shaping policies and programs for human welfare. Each one of them is a real asset of India's anthropology in general and of doing anthropology in particular. They are not only masters of theory, but also a good worker for the service of mankind. Welcome, all of you, sirs and madam. If any name is missing, it is my fault. Our department acknowledges you. One of notable invited speakers who are amidst us is Dr. Palin Kundongbam. By profession, he is surgeon, but he is well known in northeastern India for his service to promote health and health services. He is one of the advocates in the field of medical tourism and for expanding this kind of tourism to neighboring country, Myanmar. His constant efforts to expand the medical services, management and education are praiseworthy. We will be enriched with your lecture as one of the invited speakers in this seminar. Sir, welcome you. As many as 120 presenters are with us. Some of them are renowned teachers in anthropology departments of different colleges, universities of the country. Some are bright research scholars. Some presenters are from allied disciplines. They work in different fields of human affairs. What is common to all of them is practice for welfare of mankind. There are variations among us of theoretical perspectives, methodologies, because there is unity in understanding human nature and human action. Variation itself is quality of unity. All the paper presenters will make the light and the sets of this seminar on anthropology in practice. I would like to thank you all for coming to this university to present your thoughts, ideas, and for sharing your views on different aspects of health, culture, and security. Welcome all of you collectively. I would like to mention here that this international seminar is jointly organized by Department of Anthropology, Manipuri University, Department of Anthropology, DM University, and the Departments of Anthropology of 28 colleges affiliated to Manipuri University. In short, we can say it is organized by anthropologists of Manipur jointly. All of them make contribution of equal values in organizing this seminar successfully. I welcome all the faculty members of concerned departments of anthropology. I welcome all the deans, faculty members of different departments, administration officers, distinguished invitees who witness this function with love and affection. Your warm presence is really encouraging and motivating all of us here. I'm sorry for not mentioning names one by one, though you deserve it. It is due to time constraint, sorry. We acknowledge your support and cooperation. Welcome you all. The world is so vast. I'm sure we will not be able to reach every corner of it and tell what is happening here. However, our endeavor, our interaction will be narrated, reported by hosts of media persons of both print and electronic to every inch of the globe. They joined us here this morning to cover this event. We acknowledge them for loving the cause of this seminar. I would like to welcome all the media persons present here. Welcome you. As this seminar is all health, culture, and security, hope we will have healthy deliberation and discussion, interaction among us, and the exchange of thought. Once again, welcome each one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for the warm words and earnest welcome address. You have truly set the tone for the upcoming interactions.
And now, proceeding next, we have releasing of the souvenir. Volunteers, please kindly assist in handing over the souvenir. As we hand over the souvenir, may I request all the dignitaries to kindly untie the souvenir and release it. Let's all give a big round of applause.
Thank you, sir. Thank you to all the dignitaries for releasing the souvenir. Up next among us, we have the keynote speaker of today's inaugural program, the distinguished Professor Vijay S. Sahay. He is the former head, Department of Anthropology, Allahabad University. He did his MA and PhD in anthropology from Ranchi University. He was awarded PhD for his exceptional research work on the Nicobar Archipelago. He is the editor-in-chief of the internationally renowned anthropological research journal, The Oriental Anthropologist. Professor Sahay has also been the member of two important committees constituted by the Government of India for protection and preservation of the dwindling tribes of Andaman and Nicobar Islands. May I now request Professor Vijay S. Sahay to deliver the keynote address.
Honorable Chief Guest, Honorable Guest of Honor, the President of today's function, Professor Jeevan Kumar, and all the members and dignitaries sitting on the dais, my fellow anthropologists, students, research scholars, and the faculty members of Manipur University, Department of Anthropology. I am privileged to speak to you on this Anthropology Day, which is celebrated all over the world. So this is not only the World Anthropology Post-Congress, which we started, and this is the last post-Congress of organized by the UIA that we started long back. But this is the World Anthropology Day. On this occasion, I've been asked to delimit my keynote address as much as possible because of the time constraints. However, this is the time I appeal to my fraternity, anthropological fraternity, to really think about anthropology itself. Because as far as I'm concerned, for the last 50 years or more than that, I have been associated with the discipline of anthropology. Still, I have not been able to fathom out the depth of anthropology, the limit of anthropology. The limit of anthropology, I think, is as high as the sky itself, which has got no limit. We know the physicists say that there is galaxy after galaxy. In one galaxy there are millions of stars and their own planetary systems. And there are millions of galaxies. Recently I read that this galaxy is even expanding every day. So anthropology, anthropological questions are timeless. Anthropological questions are timeless because they center around the human existence and human behavior. But anthropology is considered to be a new science. But now Western anthropology owes Greece and Rome and their philosophers for the initial anthropological ideas. But there are some anthropologists in America like J.J. Honigman. He says that we must not forget that more prosperous and more fertile civilizations than the Greece and the Rome already existed in India, China, Mesopotamia, and all the places. In fact, there are 9 ancient civilizations, 3 in Asia, 3 in Europe, 1 in Africa, 1 in North America, and 1 in South America. In Asia, India, China, and Mesopotamia. In Africa, Egypt. In Europe, Rome, ancient Rome, Greece, and Crete. In North America, Mexico, the Mayan civilization. And in South America, Inca civilization. You know, if you have to find the ancient elements in these civilizations, you can find only in India and China. Otherwise, you have to find it in the ruins of all the other 7 civilizations, ancient civilizations of the world. Because the cultural and social elements of the ancient civilizations of India and China still perpetuate in the present population. So this is the time not only to think about anthropology and its limit, but we have also to take stock of the Indian anthropology. Where are we heading towards? There are a number of questions which I would like to discuss in other sessions. Who is an anthropologist today? Is it only those who have obtained some degree or certificate in anthropology? Should they only be called anthropologists? I think no. What is then the most important thing that is essential for, rather prerequisite for anthropology? You know, none of the founding fathers of anthropology had ever studied anthropology or ever had attended any class of anthropology or undergone any training of anthropology. Yet their monumental works, even today, we not only read, but we realize, and they are so valuable today. So, I think that the most important thing is the inquisitiveness to know about others' culture. An anthropologist is always inquisitive to know about others' culture. And this inquisitiveness to be found in all human beings. Therefore, I do not consider only those anthropologists who have obtained a degree, but anyone who is so interested and inquisitive to know about others' cultures has the potential to become at least a good anthropologist. Well, because of the time constraint, I don't want to take your time, but maybe that in further sessions we shall be discussing a lot of things. This is the inaugural session and this is a ritual. With these words only, once again, I thank you, Professor Jivan Kumar, to invite me to share some of my ideas with you. But I am sure that in the coming 3 days, which I am also staying, we shall have very fruitful discussions in different sessions. With these words, I thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your influential message. We are charmed by your sharp eloquence. I'm indeed privileged to invite the guest of honor, respected Professor K. Sarachandra, President, Anthropological Society of Manipur, to address the inaugural function.
Very good morning, everyone. Let me take the privilege to wish every one of us, you, for a happy World Anthropology Day. Dr. Sapam Ranjan Singh, Honorable Minister of Health and Family Welfare, Publicity and Information of Manipur. Thank you, sir, for your kind acceptance to be the chief guest of this important function. Professor N. Rajmohan Singh, Honorable Vice Chancellor, DM University, Dhanmanjuri University, is a guest of honor. Professor Vijay Sahai, who is the former Emeritus Professor of Allahabad University. Professor S. Jivan Kumar Singh, who is the man behind for organizing this mega event, academic event of anthropology on this day. All the deans of the Manipur University, faculty members of the universities of DM University, Manipur University, my beloved students, all the delegates coming from outside of the state. What I feel is that, in fact, today is very commensurate day because World Anthropology Day, and this is a very rare opportunity for the anthropologists of Manipur that today is the World Anthropology Day, and that depicts the occasion. Anthropology, was opened in Manipur in 1961 in the College of Science, and I happened to be one of the students who could attend and learn anthropology. But now we all know that anthropology has become very popular in Manipur. It has opened as many as 28 colleges under the Manipur University, DM University. And not only that, many of our students have gone outside and got their master's degrees from other universities of the country. And I wonder how our students from Manipur have been attracted to study anthropology. Well, I think with this, the anthropology, our people from here are attracted more and more to study anthropology. Perhaps there is something very important behind this idea, behind this. Manipur has been very important trajectory point on the Northeast India, in the sense that this was a land bridge, I should say, to connect the Southeast Asia up to the right northern part of the sphere. Human beings have propelled, webs of human groups have propelled from this center, that is Manipur, that is what I feel. From here it has reached to the north, to the south, to the east, to the west. And Manipur, it is very rich in biodiversity. There are lots of flora and fauna here, and people from here had this is a heaven for the animals, flora and fauna, and people have lots of choice, I should say, for their food habitats, and I feel that it was a heaven place for the gatherers and for hunters. Those are early days, and it has been a very important place for the from the Paleolithic times, I should say, because you have seen that there were cells, very neat and clean sense of jadeite materials, which has affinities, which belongs to the, perhaps to the Myanmar or Chinese origin. And that is a testimony that our civilization, our culture had traveled, have spread from China, as I mentioned, from Burma, etc. And these two cells, Neolithic period, were spread to this region, especially the hill region and Upper Assam and all. Therefore, the culture, our early culture, has spread from this part of the region. There are conjectures and hypotheses that Neolithic man, right from Neolithic man, have spread through this part of the eastern region and reached to the northeastern region and to other parts of the country and even to other parts of the world. This Northeast India is very rich in culture, not in terms of food, in the sense that we know that here in Manipur we depend on the cultivated vegetables. Besides that, we have plenty of varieties of food sources from the marshland, from the wetland, from the hills, and on, which is quite different from other parts of the world. That is what I feel sincerely. And Manipur culture and sports, we always talked. We only talked about the Manipur culture and sports. And what I feel is that people have been very, very active right from the beginning, and they have learned piece of cultures from different places of this region as they travel along, right from the south or vice versa, from the north to the south. They have learned good things, beautiful things, in the form of culture, arts, songs, and sports. People are in general very active, and physically they are anthropomorphic from the anthropological point of view. They are active, they are sportive, and so on and so forth. Perhaps that is the background that the local population, young people have been influenced to have very special art and culture, sports and all. This place, as I mentioned, has been a very important trade route also for the silk trade route, reaching from this place up to the right, up to the western countries, is a trade route here, and so on and so forth. In the west, Indus Valley civilization is there. In the west, Indus Valley civilization. In the east, I think the civilization have been spread to in a wider range. And therefore, what I feel is that anthropology is now very, very popular in this part of the countries, and it should be also. And what I feel is that, what I would like to remind or appeal to our young students, young learners, that anthropology, as Professor Saha has rightly said, it should not limit only to the syllabi of the teaching syllabi of the anthropology. Past simply get degrees, but we should learn more than that, beyond that. First of all, we should be the human being, good human being, good citizen, so that we can do something for the humankind, for the human society. And I think that is the essence of learning anthropology. Because there are crises everywhere in the world. But why? People claim themselves that they are very qualified, they are educated, and so on and so forth. But still, why? The big question is, why there are so many, so much of crisis everywhere, troubles in different parts of the world? And Manipur is not an exception. Friends, I will not take much time. I hope this seminar will have very good scope for the discussions of many issues and problems of humankind, and even we should try to project for the future mankind also. And with a missionary zeal, I should say, we should try to learn anthropology as much as possible. Yes, there is no limit of the study of the anthropology, because human problems are cropping more and more. And who knows, one day anthropologists from this planet may go to other parts of the planet. They may go for field work, nobody knows. After many years, we may go to Mars, Moon, or any other planet. And that will be the scope and the scope of the anthropologists in future. Thank you, sir. I will not take much time. I wish everyone to have a very successful and nice day in the university campus, and have their deliberations, and young anthropologists will have scope to interact with the scholars, intellectuals coming from outside the state, and they will have ample chance for their exposure and discussion. I wish the seminar, this international seminar, a grand success. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your insightful speech. We are truly grateful for sharing your valuable insights. As we move on, may I request the guest of honor, respected Professor N. Rajmohan Singh, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Dhanamandjuri University, to kindly come forward and share your thoughts with us.
A very good morning, Honorable Chief Guest, Dr. Sapam Ranjan Singh, Minister of Health, Honorable Minister of Health and Family Welfare, and Publicity and Information, Government of Manipur. Professor K. Sarchandra, President, Anthropological Society of Manipur, and guest of honor of this function. Professor Vijay S. Sahi, former Emeritus Professor, former Head Department of Anthropology, Allahabad University. Professor S. Jivan Kumar Singh, Chairman, Organizing Committee, Head Department of Anthropology, Manipur University, and then School of Humanity and Environmental Science, Human and Environmental Science. Professor M.C. Arun, former Head Department of Anthropology, Manipur University. Distinguished invitees, deans, head of departments and faculty members, distinguished delegates, research scholars, students, media persons, and ladies and gentlemen. Frankly to say, coming to this Manipur University campus is a homecoming for me. I served this Manipur University more than 35 years. On this auspicious day of World Anthropology Day, let me say a few words. It gives me an immense pleasure to share some of my little understanding in anthropology in association with this World Anthropology Post-Congress and International Seminar being organized jointly by Department of Anthropology, Manipur University, Dhanamandjuri University, and 27 colleges of Manipur from anthropology departments. Though it is a post-Congress anthropology, World Anthropology Post-Congress, but it seems to be a big event. Is Professor Sarchandra and Professor Vijay also already highlighted many important areas in connection with this seminar. We all know that this 21st century has been referred to as the knowledge century. In this knowledge century, the most important resource will be the human resource, where anthropologists will play a very, very important role. Now, with the fusion of three revolutions, that is, quantum revolutions, computer revolutions, biological revolutions, including genetic therapy and CRISPR-Cas9 gene cutter or gene seizure, and catalyzed by this 21st century of nanoscience and nanotechnology, again will revolutionize and will bring so many changes within this century. I am very much happy and appreciate this venture for organizing such an esteemed seminar on a theme of anthropology in practice, health, culture, and security. In fact, I came to realize that anthropology and its applications are in need of our day-to-day life. Since it deals with the study of man in two aspects, man is a biological being as well as a social being. It is very much part of our society, our social life, to know man, to know people, to know our friends, to know our relatives, and also to know our society. These relationships among individuals, social groups, institutions are studied in anthropology, and hence very much important in moving our society forward to peace, well-being, progress, and prosperity. The theme of the present seminar, Anthropology in Practice, Health, Culture, and Security, which will be enriched by many of the experts coming from outside and from the state, and their scientific thoughts on the area of study will give significant impact to the academic growth of this subject, anthropology, in general, and to other interdisciplinary disciplines in general. In fact, this seminar will be able to talk out various ways of practical applications of anthropology, its corresponding knowledge in solving human problems like health problems, cultural problems, and security problems. To my understanding, anthropologists are the coordinators. Anthropologists are doctors because they are the right person to study human society. Unbiased way of interpreting culture, unbiased way of interpreting people, be it tribal people or highly civilized and industrialized people. All human beings thinking like a member of the society and humanity thinking like a human being is an important mantra to bring peace and security into this world. In this world of heavy competition, everything is in race. People are suffering from anxiety, stress, restless, and many health issues are on the rise. These changes are related to the change in human behavior, thinking, and therefore today, anthropology and many other social science disciplines are also taking a keen interest in understanding the health concerns of the human being. Health problems not merely taking an individual problem, but a problem of the society and a problem of the group life. Friends, we know that Anthropological Society of Manipur has done commendable works, not only for the cause of the subject concerned, but also for the welfare of the society. Kudos to Professor Sarachandra, the President of Anthropological Society of Manipur, and his team, including Professor Jivan Kumar and Professor M.C. Arun, and other anthropologists from the state and outside the state. Keeping these views, it is very much justified to put up such a trending seminar on anthropology by covering various areas on culture, health, and security. Nowadays, many people got so busy, massive schedules, heavy workloads, which in turn have definitely side effects such as lacking social relations, excessive engagement in mobile and computers and other electronic networks, which have given significant impact on the family life. Anthropology studies kinship, family, marriage, and changing pattern, and hence anthropologists are the right people to give plausible solutions for any kind of problems associated with the social institutions. The goal of life is not only success in competition, but also living together with peace and cooperation. As anthropologists emphasize, more on the backward society or tribal society, weaker sections, we are looking for an inclusive development for all, and sustainable development, developing promotion of eco-friendly culture, restoration of man-nature relationship, conservation and preservation of our environment, and all activities of man are rooted in the culture of society. We also know that it is part of the United Nations Program of Sustainable Development Goals 2030. Therefore, knowing this culture is not, knowing culture is knowing the shifts and the situations of the society. Recognizing this significance of the culture, health and security, I really congratulate to all the members of the organizers, the students, research scholars, experts to be able here to gather here for this international seminar. I hope that this will glorify the theoretical as well as practical knowledge of anthropology in its application to our society and to our people. Lastly, I would like to the organizers for giving me this opportunity to be in the midst of you and say a few words in connection with this program. I wish this anthropology post-congress and international seminar a grand success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your enlightening speech on the various scenarios of anthropological research. Moving on, may I now request the Chief Guest, Respected Honorable Minister Dr. Sapam Ranjan Singh, Minister of Health and Family Welfare and Publicity and Information, Government of Manipur, to kindly come forward and share some words with us.
Thank you. Mayam Pumnamupu, Kuramzuri, for the invitees who come from outside. It's a Manipuri way of greeting our people. Seated on the dais on this inaugural ceremony of the World Anthropology Post-Congress 2023, the international seminar with the theme Anthropology in Practice, Health, Culture, and Security. As the President, Professor S. Jivan Kumar Singh, who is also the Chairman of the Organizing Committee and also the Head of the Department of Anthropology, Manipur University, and as the guest of honor, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Dhanananjali University, Professor N. Rajmohan Singh, the President of Anthropological Society of Manipur, Professor K. Saratchandra, and Professor Vijay S. Sahe, the former Emeritus Professor and the former Head of the Department of Anthropology, Allahabad University, the distinguished anthropologists who have come from outside our state, the anthropologists from our state, the students of anthropology, friends from the media, ladies and gentlemen. It's an international seminar where hosts of renowned intellectuals, academicians are present here. And for us politicians, when we speak in such gathering who are the experts in that particular field, it is always a challenge for us. So the day Before yesterday, I asked Professor Jibon if he can give me some points how to speak, because it's such a vast subject and a very, very interesting subject. Anthropology, because many of my friends, even after taking a career in medicine or engineering, they change the subject, take up anthropology, and then appear for the UPSC and did get through. Such is, I believe, it's such an interesting subject it is. And while I was just discussing, it is very vast. I don't think it has a boundary, as was rightly said. Maybe one day we would be going to the moon and studying about anthropology there. Such is a challenge in anthropology. It's a holistic science, as what's going to be discussed, and addressing three important issues: the health, the culture, and society. And what better time can you get than to be here in Manipur, in the midst of the issues here, and discuss about the anthropological aspect of our state. Includes three important aspects, out of which I would say the culture and the security. What better time can we expect? It's one of the best times that we can discuss about the anthropological aspect of our state. Health, everyone says, it is a reality of life. World Health Organization, they say it's a mental, physical, and social well-being. A priority of the government to make sure that every individual of our state is, as far as practicable, being given the health care that one needs. Our government has made endeavor to make sure that the health facility reaches at the grassroots level. Our government has made sure that the out-of-pocket expenses used by the people, by the patients, are minimized to the maximum. And talking about health, I was just speaking just before I came on the podium, that how about tying up between the Department of Anthropology of the university and the health department on many aspects, because while I was just reading into just flipping through the session that we would be having and also the program schedule, I think many of things are being discussed about health. And in this, what is to be discussed, Manipur, we do have some issues. We would be surprised that we do have a lot of kidney diseases, we do have a lot of patients who are, which is not in sync with the population. Young kidney problems. There's a discussion, I think there's going to be a topic on the polycystic ovarian disease. If one may know that infertility case in Manipur is whopping high. It is high. Whether in terms of when we speak of the primary infertility or the secondary infertility, whatever, it is high. I think we can have a proper data on this and then go forward. How we can deal with this through the help of through the data that is to be provided by the Department of Anthropology, and in coordination with the health, I'm sure we can do wonders. I'm sure we can do wonders. Kidney stones, all of us know. Even well, for that matter, a pandemic that is looming large across each and every nook and corner of the world, the digital pandemic, where people so much are in sync with the mobiles, with the electronics. The pandemic, this is called through the mental health, even we can have a data on this and then try to make things better in a better way. I think these are things which I think through I always said, I always thought it was a very distinct, since I'm not an anthropology student, but just flipping through this course that's to take place, it has made me realize, it has made me richer in knowledge about anthropology and how much we can, the policies of the government, how this particular study can help the government in taking the right path for the welfare of the people. And I'm sure we will definitely, I've known professors even since my school days, I should say, and I'm sure we can do wonders. I'm sure we'll coordinate and then do whatever things that needs to be done. Culture. How will the global culture be later? Is it going to be a vast difference? I think it is we who have to take the responsibility to make sure that the culture does not die away. I think it is our responsibility that our culture is sustained. The beautiful culture, if we talk about Manipur, Manipur has vast difference of culture. That's why I say anthropology, I think the best place would be Manipur, where you have a vast culture, you have different, people that you really can do wonders if you look into the culture of the people of our state. When talking about culture, we always think of culture as the dance, the dramas, the art, the literature. But I've been told in anthropology, it's what we do, what we have, and what we perceive in society. The artifacts, the rules and customs, the language, the religion, everything other than the biological components are all culture. In fact, it's the total ways of life, including all the objects, the elements, the rules and the regulations. Now, talking about culture in the midst of all this globalization, as I've said, I think it is our responsibility to make sure that our culture does not die away. Talking about sustenance of our culture, I did see a video how health, as I've said, health, total fertility rate has an impact on the culture of a given society. What that video, what the message that video showed was that they've done a study on the global demography and the culture. They took the European model, they took the American model, but I'm sure the same would be applied here. It says that in order for our culture to maintain itself for more than 25 years, the required TFR, that's the total fertility rate, should be 2.11. This is what the study says. For a community whose culture is 1.9, it has never ever reversed itself. 1.3, impossible to reverse, because they say it's going to take 80 to 100 years to reverse itself. Now, coming to our state, that's why I said health, the culture. I think it is very, very essential that we know where we stand. I've said infertility in our state is alarmingly low. What does the National Family Health Survey 5 say? Manipur has a fertility rate of 2.17. Are we happy that our fertility rate is 2.17? If we categorize to different communities, there are communities which has a fertility rate of 1.77. 1.77. Please ponder. Where do we stand? Remember what I told about the European model of study, which is 1.9. How to reverse? There are communities which has 1.77. Then where would our culture be? If we take that study to be the gospel truth, it is a time to ponder. It is time to ponder. Very much. We have JFR as high as 2.68 at some places. So isn't there an imbalance? Demographic imbalance? Which is something we really need to take care of. And I feel that this issue should be known by all of us. It is alarming. It is alarming. As we've always said, there is a demographic imbalance. There is a demographic imbalance. Whether is it because of the illegal immigrants? It's something we need to know. We need to be aware. We have to keep a place, we have to keep a system for the welfare of our society, for the future of our children, for the future of the communities, for the welfare of the culture of the different communities. I think we all need to study on this point as well. I don't say this, it's the National Family Health Survey 5, which is the latest study. This is a report of this National Family Health Survey. So students, PhD scholars, I'm sure many of you must be doing. I did see some of the issues that's going to be discussed here about the issues of illegal immigrants, the issue of drugs. That's why I say anthropology. I think it covers everything. I think it covers every aspect of life. It covers every aspect of the society. I think it's going to be very, very wonderful to listen to all this, deliberations and discussions that is going to be held in this, Congress, in this, the seminars are going to be held. And talking about the security, as I've said, security for the people, in terms of the food, in terms of the law and order, there's so much paramount for human survival and for the welfare of our people. For a peaceful and prosperous society, the protection of life and the property of life is of utmost importance. And I believe this seminar will be discussing about the security aspects of the people of the state and for the welfare of the people at large. And as all of us know that the development of a nation lives in the hands of the citizens, the human resources of the citizens, their health status, their ways of life, the peace and tranquility defines the nation. That's a human development report. The life expectancy as a result of reflection of health and decent standard of living with a well-maintained law and order, which is so very important. In the midst of all this, I think we, as Indians, we should also know where the window of opportunity lies I think this is the time for where the window of opportunity is now. The age groups, and they say whatever things we want to do, I think it's the age of we have the window of opportunity now. And as young students, as young scholars, I feel that we should not miss this opportunity. We should work for the best. We should work for the best of our state. We should work for the best of our country. And as all of us know, India, our nation, where it is now at the global scenario. It is developing. It is being recognized by people, by countries over the world that India is towards the right path, towards the right direction to be able to shine in the world. We all know the importance of India in the digital transformation across the world. Just imagine a few days back, I'm sure every one of you must be seeing on the social media, the Prime Minister buying a cup of tea from a tea stall, from a tea seller, using the UPI. Who would have thought around 5 years back, 6 years back, that we would be buying a cup of tea through the UPI, through the mobile phone? This is what digital transformation has brought about to our country, to our society. It's become so easy now. And that's been recognized by these developed countries like France. The French president, he was in awe. He said, how could this happen? When Honorable Prime Minister first introduced that UPI would be used where one could buy vegetables from the vegetable vendors at the roadside, there was laughter. It was being joked. But now, where our country is, this is something we all need to be proud of. Anyway, coming to the themes of the seminar, in context of Manipur again, 10 months, I remember it was on this very auditorium on the 3rd of May when the Honorable Vice President of India was here. I was sitting there. We all got the news of the unfortunate incidents. It was on this May, and I hope coming back here, peace prevails in our state and we get back to the normal good old days. And since it's 10 months, yes, we've been facing lots of tremendous issues regarding homelessness, a lot of unfortunate incidents have happened, and as I've said, let's all pray that things come back to the normal path. And I'm sure that this deliberation, the debate, and the discussions that will take place here will help in designing, devising, and intervening the hot current issues in Manipur. And also, as I reiterate, let's tie up with the health department, the officials, we can sit with the officials, and whatever needs, whatever help that we can be for each other, I'm sure we can take up for the welfare of our state and for the welfare of the people, and for all who have come from outside Manipur. I hope you have a good stay. It's okay here. It's a good stay, stay in Manipur. Study about our culture, the dialects, and the food, of course. And I'm sure you all would take back good memories and speak outside our state that Manipur is not as what is being portrayed by some media as to be in a war zone or something. Please go back and say that we were on the road. It was not a war zone. Some media personnel, from outside, they portray the negative thing that it seems to be a war zone. No, Manipur is not a war zone. It is perfect in its way. Students are studying, people are on the road, people are going along with normal activities, and I'm sure you all would have a stay and take back home all the good memories. Thank you once again. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your thoughtful speech.
And now, we shall proceed on to an act of felicitation once again. It's a Lifetime Achievement Award to felicitate our renowned anthropologists for their role in the field of anthropology. May I request our chief guest to do the honor of felicitating our renowned anthropologists. The names of the awardees are Professor C.H. Budi, Professor K. Sharachandra, Professor W. Navakumar, Professor M. Mani Babu, Professor O. Kumar, and Professor Vijay Saha. First of all, may I call upon Professor Budi onto the dais. He is the former head of Department of Anthropology, Manipur University, and he has 40 years of service in the field of anthropology and has contributed a lot in the field of anthropology, especially in the field of social anthropology. May I call upon Professor C.H. Budi. Okay, if he's not here, next we have Professor Sharachandra, former Sectional Indian Science Congress in the Anthropological and Behavioral Science, to come and receive the award. He is the former head of Department of Anthropology. His specialization is in physical anthropology. And next we have Professor W. Navakumar, specialized in social anthropology. He is the former head of the Department of Anthropology, Manipur University, as well as the Dean of School of Human and Environmental Science. Please come to the dais. It is accepted. Next we have Professor M. Mani Babu, former head Department of Anthropology, Manipur University, and he specialized in linguistic archaeology, and he has done a lot in the field of archaeology in relation to the state of Manipur. Thank you. And next we have Professor O. Kumar, former head of department in DM College, specialized in prehistory archaeology. He is the former principal of DM College of Commerce and also the former superintendent of State Archaeology Manipur. He has done so much in the field of archaeology which contributes to the state of Manipur. Thank you. And lastly, we have Professor Vijay Saha, former head Allahabad University and former emeritus professor, and he's also the editor-in-chief of Oriental Anthropology. Thank you, sir.
Now, I would like to request the President of today's inaugural function, respected Professor S. Jibon Kumar Singh, Head of Department of Anthropology, Manipur University, to deliver the presidential address.
So good morning, everyone. Today, on this day of curtain rising ceremony of the World Anthropology Congress 2023, we have all gathered here. So to begin with, I pay my due respect and regards to Honorable Chief Guest of today's function, Dr. Sapam Ranjan Singh, Honorable Minister of Health and Family Welfare, and also Publicity and Information Government of Manipur. He's a very, very dynamic leader. By qualification, he's a radiologist, but by profession, he has turned into a politician, a very, very dynamic politician. So he is the health minister. So in fact, we wanted to invite him. That is why he is here. But initially, he was contacted by our organizing committee to be the chief guest of today's function. But initially, he declined, saying that he was to go to, he is supposed to go to Delhi. Then I personally called him over the phone and I requested him that you please postpone your travel or journey to Delhi and you have to somehow come because this is an international seminar and the theme is very much related with the portfolio given to you. So kind of you, sir, that you are here amidst us. And surprisingly, who am I standing here as an anthropologist? I want to go back because he is much, much, much better than an anthropologist to what he has given deliberation. So ladies and gentlemen, I beg a wide round of applause for this. Then we have Professor N. Rajmohan Singh, the Honorable Vice Chancellor of Dhanmanjuri University, who is so kind enough to agree to my special request that, sir, you have to come because you were part and parcel of our university and I still feel that you are part and parcel of our university and you need not decline, you should not decline. And he willingly agreed to our request and he is very much here as guest of honor. Then we have Professor Sarat Chandra, the founder teacher of Department of Anthropology of Manipur University, who is the department started in the year 1984. He was the founder teacher and currently he is the president of Anthropological Society of Manipur. He is also a very, very dynamic leader. He is one amongst the anthropologists in our state who has saved every one of us. I pay my due regards to you, sir, because sir happens to be my PhD supervisor as well. Next, we do respect Professor Vijay Chai, Emeritus Professor, Editor-in-Chief of the Oriental Anthropologist, a wide acclaimed, internationally known journal, Scopus Index, UGC tier listed journal. He was head of the department of Allahabad University. I welcome you, sir. And we are thinking that the selected articles from this international seminar will be published in your journal and you will kindly accept our request. Distinguished invited speaker from different parts of the country and from overseas, their distinguished invitees, paper readers, delegates, the deans of different schools of our university, the head of the departments, faculty members, dear students, and above all, the media persons, both print and electronic, who has gathered here and who are taking the lead part of YouTube live streaming right now. So, Thank you very much. Well, to the delegates from outside our state and from abroad and overseas, I welcome each and every one of you to this little small state in the Northeast India, the jewel of India, a flower on the lofty hills, the homeland of sunlight. Please enjoy your stay here before you depart. Anyway, now I have nothing much to say because the Honorable Minister has spoken so much, and whatever I wish to speak, he has already spoken. Well, actually, this post-World Anthropology Congress, it was scheduled for 1st and 2nd of August. But because of the prevailing law and order situation and security reasons, it was postponed and rescheduled starting from today, the 15th of February 2024, which happens to be again World Anthropology Day. We intentionally selected to have an inauguration on this day, World Anthropology Day. So World Anthropology Day, we started in the year 2015. It is actually celebrated on every third Thursday of the year. It doesn't have a fixed date, but celebrated on third Thursday of every year. So we selected it. And the theme also, the earlier theme, we changed it because by August, the scenario of Manipur changed. So we thought of changing the theme. So we changed the theme to health, culture, and security. We the human beings, before we were given the name human, we were simply men. Man means a biological species. But later on, with the position of culture, when we started having culture, we became human. And we became human beings. So, culture is an important part and parcel, embodiment of our life. It is culture which makes us human. It's culture which makes us human. So, every aspect of our life is bound by culture. Right from the moment of birth, right from cradle to the coffin, it's bound by culture. So, in any case, we cannot negate or we cannot escape from this culture. Whatever we are doing in our society, it is bound by culture. So that is why we intentionally, we intentionally consider that culture is an important aspect of human being and we should include it in our theme. On the other hand, health. Where can there be culture if there is no health? In a sense, the health, a healthy condition, it is again bound by culture. Our culture determines our health. So that is why we consider health also as one of the things. Then comes the security, because these days we often say that the globe is shrinking. Shrinking not in the sense that it is becoming smaller, but the development in the field of science and technology, the IT, AI, it has resulted to such an extent that the globe, the whole world, the globe is being considered as a global village because it's on our fingertips that we can see what is happening where. We can see what is happening in Alaska, what is happening in Antarctica, what is happening in African countries, simply browsing to our computer or even to our smartphone. So this is dynamic and changing. And under such circumstances, Honorable Minister has also specifically pointed out that there are a lot of what we say tension, a lot of what we say problems resulting from the advancement in the field of science and technology. And though it's a boon, at the same time, it has again deleterious effect as well. So keeping all these things in mind, we have thought of keeping this as the theme. Well, there are around 240 delegates who are going to give their own deliberations in different aspects of this main theme. And I hope all those deliberations will be very fruitful and we will come to a plausible recommendation that we can submit to the authorities, the concerned authorities, maybe to the government or maybe to the policy makers, and it will help in implementing policies and programs for the overall welfare and development of the country and the nation as well. Now, the curtain is almost raised. The session will follow, and my dear delegates, I'm standing here by virtue of being a chairman, and all whatever has been done are the credit of my team, the organizing committee. If you feel that the function and the overall seminar is a success, the credit goes to the different subcommittees organizing this function. And if there is any lacuna, any mistake, any error, any discrepancy, I shoulder the responsibility and I beg pardon from everyone. So with these few words, thank you everyone.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words. Your expertise adds great value to the World Anthropology Post-Congress. To everyone gathered here, it is time to propose our vote of thanks for the inaugural session. May I now request respected Assistant Professor Dr. S. Yaikodo Maitei, Department of Anthropology, Manipur University, to kindly put forward the vote of thanks.
Good morning, everyone. Respected dignitaries on the dais, Dr. Sapam Ranjan Singh, Honorable Chief Guest of today's inaugural ceremony, Professor Rajmohan, Vice Chancellor, Dhanamajori University, the guest of honor of today's function, Professor K. Sarachandra, the President of the Anthropological Society of Manipur and the guest of honor of today's function, and Professor Vijay Sahab, former Professor Emeritus, University of Allahabad, and the keynote speaker of today's inaugural function, Professor S. Sivan Kumar, the President of today's August gathering, student guests from abroad and from the national region, the faculty members of the university and the colleges of the Manipur, and the participants, delegates, and research scholars and students. I stand here before you with a profound sense of gratitude as we bring the curtains down on this remarkable inaugural ceremony of today, World Anthropology Post-Congress 2023, an international seminar in anthropology and practice, health, culture, and security. On behalf of the organizing committee of this World Anthropology Post-Congress 2023, I extend my heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you for gracing in the inaugural ceremony with your presence and making it truly memorable. First and foremost, our sincere appreciation goes to Honorable Chief Guest of today's function, Dr. S. Sapam Ranjan Singh, for taking the time out of your busy schedule to honor us with your inspiring words and invaluable insights. Your presence has added immense prestige to our event, and your enlightening address has undoubtedly left an indelible mark on all of us. I also express my sincere thanks to the guest of honor of today's gathering, Professor Ras Mohan, the principal of, Vice Chancellor of the Manipur University, Professor K. Sarachandra, for being here and inspiring us with your key words. I also express my sincere thanks to Professor Vijay Sahar for being here and giving the keynote lecture of this World Anthropology Post-Congress and in association with World Anthropology Day of today. I also express all the members of the organizing committee, chief patron of Honorable N. Lokendra Singh, of Professor N. Lokendra Singh, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Manipur University, and Professor Ras Mohan, and Professor M.C. Arun, Professor Pogen, Professor H. Sorojini, Dr. A.K. Bozen, and all the advisory members of the organizing committee, Professor C.S. Puri, Professor M. Mani Babu, Professor K. Sharachandra, for being with us and being support and encouragement has been instrumental in shaping the success of this event. And your presence here today reflects your commitment to our causes, and we are truly honored by your gracious participation. My special thanks goes to Professor S. Jivan Kumar, who has been the torchbearer of this organizing committee, who has been always with us all the time to support us, to guide us, to make this event a memorable and meaningful one. So thank you, sir. And a special thanks is also reserved to all the members of the subcommittee whose support has made this the World Anthropology Post-Congress a memorable one. So the list is long, but I would like to name few names who support, whose help has made this today inaugural ceremony a memorable one. Professor S. Bogendro, Professor K. Kanta, Dr. L. Romeo Singh, for running here and there even at the late hour to make this souvenir a successful and memorable one. And so thank you, sir. I also express my thanks to Dr. A.K. Bozin and I. Suras for making all the arrangements for the printing and the publication items. Thank you, sir. I also express my thanks to Dr. K. Ravikanta and Dr. L. Romeo for being engaging with all the delegates coming from abroad as well as from the other parts of India to accommodate in the guest house. Thank you, sir. I also express my sincere thanks to Dr. S. Jivan Kumar and Dr. M. Philip for arranging the transportation facility for all the delegates. And I also express my thanks to P. Memory Devi, Dr. K.H. Lakshmi, who has taken a big responsibility for the registration of all the delegates' tasks. And I also express my sincere thanks to Professor Lohor Mary Mahio, Dr. A. Lakshmi, Dr. Y. Lakshmi, for making this inaugural ceremony a memorable and remarkable one with all the ceremonial and stage grouping. I also express my sincere thanks to Professor Arudhati Maibam and Dr. N. Achovi Devi for making the arrangement for the catering, and hope in the coming 2-3 days we will have a good lunch. So thank you, ma'am. And I also express my sincere thanks to the Dr. M. Manoranjan, Dr. M. Chamchan for the technical support for all the guidance to make this 3 days event a memorable one. I also express my sincere thanks to Dr. K. Imocha, Dr. S. P. Okumar for the academic activities related tasks. Thank you, sir. I also express my thanks to N. Megachandra, Dr. S. Kumar Mehte, for the connection with the media, for arranging the media, for coverage of this event. So thank you all the subcommittee members. And I also express my sincere thanks to all the invited speakers who have come far from even from the USA, from the Delhi, from Nepal, from different parts of India. So I have special thanks. So the list is long, so I won't read all the list. So special thanks to all the invited speakers who accept our requests and be here and be support with us to make this World Anthropology Post-Congress a memorable one and remarkable one. To all the participants and students who have showcased their talents, their paper presentation, their research findings in 3 days event. So we extend our heartfelt appreciation. Your enthusiasm and energy have infused this event with vibrancy and excitement, and we commend you for your outstanding contribution in this World Anthropology Post-Congress 2023. Last but not the least, I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all the volunteers, to all the research scholars, to all the staffs, to all the members of the subcommittees, behind the scene personnel who have worked tirelessly to ensure the smooth conduct of this event. Your hard work and dedication have not gone unnoticed, but we are truly grateful for your invaluable contribution. I also express my sincere thanks to all the media fraternity, both print and electronic, of the national and regional news, for being here and for covering the inaugural ceremony to the media, national media and the local regional media. So even as Professor Zubul has mentioned that our inaugural ceremony is live streaming in TOMTV, so my big thanks to the TOMTV also. And as we conclude the inaugural ceremony, let's carry forward the spirit of the camaraderie and collaboration that has defined in this gathering. And may the memories we are going to create in this World Anthropology Post-Congress be served as a source of inspiration and motivation as we embark on this journey together. So thank you once again to everyone who has made this inaugural ceremony a resounding success. Your support and participation have made all the difference, and we look forward to your continued involvement in this post-World Anthropology Congress 2023 and even in the future endeavors. So lastly, let's all of us pray that peace come in Manipur sooner. Thank you everyone.
Thank you, sir, for showering us with your kind words of vote of thanks. As we move toward the end of the inaugural session, we come to the realization that knowledge indeed has no end. Today, we witness an information symphony that will undoubtedly value add to each of our professional and personal lives. A big heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed speakers and the organizing teams who contributed their valuable time, immense efforts, unwavering commitment, every idea shared, every ounce of sweat shed that has culminated into this auspicious day. Now may I request the President of this inaugural session, respected Professor S. Jibon Kumar Singh, to kindly close the ceremony with a few words.
Thank you, everyone. Now, I, on behalf of the organizing committee, would like to declare this 3 days international seminar organized by Department of Anthropology, Manipur University, jointly with 27 anthropology departments of Manipur, in collaboration with Dhanamanjuri University, United Indian Anthropology Forum, Department of Science and Technology, Indira Gandhi Rashtra Manav Sangralaya, Indian ICSSR, and DM College of Science, close. Thank you.
As we close this session, before we go out for the tea break, we shall have a short video, short clip regarding the IGRMS, which is Indira Gandhi Rashtriya Manav Sangrahalaya, which is a museum of men and culture, and is also the main collaborator of this seminar. So I would like the dignitaries to stay back for a few minutes show of this IGRMS. And after this show, there will be a tea break in the corridor. So after 15 minutes of the tea break, I would like to request all the delegates and dignitaries to come back to the hall for the plenary session.